Welcome to StartupHakk. All right, so starting a business isn't just a professional journey, it's a personal transformation. So whether you're itching to launch that next big thing or quietly planning in the background, today is your day to take the first step. And trust me, starting a business will change you for the better. There is no better way to grow as a person or as an entrepreneur than diving headfirst into building something of your own. So let's dive in and talk about it today. Welcome to StartupHakk. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at StartupHakk, we love to train software developers and build custom software solutions for companies. So I do a lot of work as a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology teams and products. All right, so when you're fired up about your business idea, the temptation is to jump in full time, and I get it. This is real. But let's pump the brakes for just a second. Keep your day job. The number one thing I tell people who are ready to go solopreneur or entrepreneur is hold on to that day job. Keeping your day job while building your side hustle is one of the smartest moves you can make. It gives you financial stability while you figure out if your idea has legs, aka product market fit. Plus, you might find you actually like having the safety net while testing your new venture. And who knows, you might even discover that balancing both accelerates your business without needing to pull money from it. And that's a huge thing. One of the best ways to fund your new idea is to keep your day job. Now, the next part, listen, this is the hardest part of starting anything, and that's it, starting. Don't get bogged down trying to make everything perfect. Your business doesn't need to be a fully formed masterpiece on day one. Build something, anything, and watch the doors it opens. Once you start building, ideas will flow, and the next step will become even clearer. Every massive business empire started as a tiny seed of an idea, so plant yours now. Remember, even Facebook was Mark Zuckerberg hacking in his dorm room at first, right? Like, you've got to start somewhere. So the biggest thing is start. I remember when I started this YouTube channel and I built this massive elaborate plan and I mapped out my first 20 videos, and I even hired a consultant, I think, to come and consult me. And you know what the consultant said? And it was super profound. Have you made a video yet? Like, that was like his first question. I'm like, well, no, but like, and he's like, just go make a video, right? And that's it. Like, you gotta start. And so the biggest thing about starting is just start. And then that goes back to the first one. You can do that while you have a day job. Find your nights and weekends, right? And go start what you're gonna do. Now, next thing is you've gotta love what you're about to tackle into, because there are gonna be those moments. So if you're not passionate about what you're building, you're gonna burn out fast. When you love what you do, well, those late nights, early mornings, weekends, they don't feel like work. They feel like you're making progress. They feel like you're investing in yourself. This isn't just about having a hobby you enjoy. It's about building something meaningful that you'll fight for, solving a real world problem that you're passionate about. You're going to spend countless hours on things, so make sure it's something that you're excited about, that you wake up every day ready to go. I love training software developers. I love seeing junior developers learn how to code and to get into this amazing career. So for me, working here at StartupHakk has been a blessing every day, because I get to help people with this and I get to run a company doing it. And then we also get to help companies build custom software with these developers that I've trained to be developers. It's an amazing thing, and I love it. And I wake up every day, and it's the first thing before my feet even hit the floor. My phone's on, and I'm working on something. And that may be a bad thing, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyways, and that's the biggest thing. To validate your idea early. Don't wait until you've built the whole thing to find out that no one wants it. Talk to potential customers early and get feedback. That means you're likely going to be building this and handing it off to somebody for free to use it first. Use that feedback to shape your product and make adjustments as needed. I just had somebody who reached out to me from the YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you want to hit me up, I'm Spencer at StartupHakk.com. I love meeting with folks, love getting comments down below. One of the best compliments that I can get. But I was just meeting with somebody, and one of the very first things I said is, that's a super cool business plan. You've given me a great pitch. What have you written? Like, start writing something, right? Validate that idea early, because this guy has years in front of him to try to build an idea, and he needs to go validate it first. And I would never invest that much money into something or time, which is far more expensive than money, into something unless I had a product market proof first. So this not only saves you a ton of time and money, but it also ensures that you're creating something people actually want. It's much better to pivot early than to pour your resources into a dead-end idea. So validate, iterate, and then scale. And by the way, if your company isn't working the way you want it, and you have some disconnected systems, reach out to us here at StartupHakk, because our specialty is helping companies to link together their systems so that they work together like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphakk.com/Spencer because we can help with that. Now, when you're starting out, every penny counts, so keep your expenses low. Don't blow your budget on unnecessary things like a fancy office. Please don't get a fancy office, because those leases will absolutely cripple you, or expensive software. Keep your expenses lean and focus on the essentials, getting your product to market and generating revenue. You want to stretch your runway as far as possible to give yourself room to make mistakes, learn, and adjust. So remember, just because something looks good doesn't mean it's what you need right now. Focus on what truly matters, which is your business survival. Now, you've probably already heard the saying, it's not what you know, but who you know. And let me tell you, it's super true. Network like crazy. Your network can open doors you didn't even know existed. Attend industry events, join online communities, and surround yourself with people who've been where you want to go. Their insights and connections can help you avoid costly mistakes and accelerate your growth. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for advice. You'd be surprised how much people are willing to help. Now, next one. And this is hard for somebody who's so passionate about what they're doing. Embrace failure. And this is the hard truth. Failure is inevitable. The most successful entrepreneurs don't fear failure. They embrace it. Every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is a stepping stone towards success. The key is to fail fast, learn from it, and keep moving forward. It's all about resilience. Every successful business has faced a few bumps in the road. It's how you handle these setbacks that makes all the difference. I don't remember exactly which one of the rocket launches it was, but I remember hearing Elon Musk saying he was giving the rocket about a 50-50 chance. And I thought, man, that's crazy. Like the amount of money that they probably spent and man hours they spent to get that rocket off the pad. And he even gave it a 50-50. And guess what? It did fail. And they had so much data and stuff set up to be able to capture from that failure, to be able to learn from it. Learn from that, guys. Grab that, embrace the failure, and learn from it. Now, one of the most valuable traits that you can have as an entrepreneur is to be flexible. So stay flexible. When you're starting out doing, when you start out doing, it might not be what you end up doing, and that's okay. The market changes, the companies change. Like as you find customer product market fit, it's all going to shift, right? The market changes and customer needs will shift, and sometimes the path you thought was golden is going to turn out to be a dead end. The business that thrives are the ones that can adapt. So don't get too attached to any one version of your idea or your business. Stay nimble and be ready to pivot when necessary. Alex Hormozi teaches that one of the hardest things is to know when to pivot. There's no right or wrong rule to it. This is the guts. It just comes from the gut, and you're going to have to know. But be flexible enough that you can pivot when you need to. All right, now let's face it. Building a business is tough, and you are not going to be able to do it alone. You need a strong team around you to share your load. Offer new perspective and to help solve problems faster. So look for people who complement your skills and share your vision. Having the right team can make or break your business. So take the time to find people who are passionate about what you're building. Remember, it's not just about finding good people, it's about finding the right people. Now, your customers are your business's lifeline. So always focus on that customer experience. Always put them first. I've seen a ton of very successful businesses who didn't even have software in place because they focused so much on that customer experience that they became a services company. And we're seeing a lot of services plus platforms right now, or platforms plus services, right? A great product isn't enough. You need to be able to provide an exceptional customer experience. Clear communication, responsive service, and genuinely caring about your customers' needs will turn one-time buyers into loyal repeat customers. And the best part is, happy customers are your most powerful marketing tool. They'll spread the word for you. So always make sure you walk away satisfied. Now, another little tiny pivot off this. It's better to be loved by a few than to be liked by many. I'm going to say that again. It's better to be loved by few customers than liked by many customers. Those loved customers will be passionate about it as you are. Now, you want to scale smartly. I've made this mistake. I think every entrepreneur out there has made this mistake. Growth is exciting, but growing too fast is super dangerous. Before you scale, make sure you've got the processes, the infrastructure, and people in place to handle it. Scaling smartly means growing at a pace that allows you to maintain quality and keep your customers happy. It's not just about getting bigger. Getting bigger should never be your goal. It's about getting better. So before you ramp up, make sure your foundation is rock solid and make sure your runway is good. Be very smart about where your financial runway is before you scale your companies. Now, celebrate your wins, because starting a business is hard work and you're going to get kicked in the face a ton of times. You're going to face a lot of challenges. So when you get some of those wins, enjoy them. I sent a meme to my wife the other day that said, owning a business is where you have the highs and the lows every day. And it's so true, because you'll have this amazing win and then you'll have a challenge and then you'll have another amazing win, and it may all happen in one day. So along the way, don't forget to celebrate your wins, big or small. Acknowledge the progress you've made, even if you're not where you want to be just yet. Celebrating those milestones keeps you motivated and reminds you of why you started in the first place. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back. You've earned it. One of the pieces of advice I really like from Alex Hormozi on this is to look at growth in percentages, right? All too often, I hear somebody who's like starting a YouTube channel, for instance, and they're like, man, I only got 5 followers. Well, if you had 20 followers, then a 25% growth rate is fantastic, right? If you went from 20 to 25 followers, that's a 25% growth rate. Celebrate that, right? That's a 25% growth rate. Now, like if you have 1 million subscribers and you get 5, that percentage isn't all that much to celebrate about, right? So like, that's why I find that it's really valuable to celebrate and to measure in percentages, not just in static numbers. So hopefully some of the things that I've said here today are helpful. I've been running and managing my own company since 2009. But I've also taken my own advice and I've gone back to get day jobs throughout the time. And so I've been on both sides of this, guy. So all of these things that I'm talking about here, I'm speaking with a lot of experience. And if you want to reach out and you feel like you're in a spot where you're stuck for some reason, I'm always happy to take 15, 20 minutes to visit with people. So hit me up at Spencer@StartupHakk.com. Here at StartupHakk, we love training software developers in our licensed coding bootcamp and to build custom software solutions for companies. If your company has disconnected systems, reach out, because we'd love to help. You can always hit me up at StartupHakk.com/Spencer or Spencer@StartupHakk.com, and we will catch you guys next time. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because we bring you lots of great tutorials and tips that every developer should know. See you next time.